when it comes to election, so everybody will reserve himself or herself in a better position so that you can win it. But also, you see, I participated in the one of Sudan General Election that was in 2010 myself. Indeed, I've experienced and I've seen how hot it is. I believe we have a lot of testimonies to talk about when it comes to election. But I did not shy away from it. I really developed a lot of interest and you see, we should have opportunity to participate as well, so that you can also know whether you are competent enough or not. It is really very good game, so we don't need to take it negatively. And people should not really fear it. We should participate. You see, with all the energy that we can, so that whether you are really competent or not, whether really people like you or not, whether you're going to say something that you're going to do or not. I know the politicians normally create a lot of stories when it comes to that time so that they confuse the voters. But reality always comes to pass. I saw it myself, but this is one of the experiences why we are here. So we need to always strike back on it. And we need to be very positive when we talk about it. We don't need to shy away. Let us pinpoint out the areas of need and the areas that can really take us forward. And then we can do what they say, credible, free, and fair election. You see, the last election of United States of America, I watched them closely and I followed it here in South Sudan. You see, I was supporting fully Kamala Harris. I thought she was going to win the election, which I think many of you believe to be. But that last night, you see, it took so long. So it was not happening at the right time here in South Sudan. I thought I was going to follow it up to the end. But somewhere there in the middle of the night, so sleep took me over, and I could not follow it up to the end. But when I wake up in the following morning, I had to see that Kamala Harris was going to win. But in opposite, it was Trump that won the election. You see, how it happened, we really do not know. It is beyond our capacity. Sometimes in elections, there's a lot of intricacy that we cannot really manage it ourselves. But the best thing is we need to be free, fair, and imposing to ourselves. We need to talk about it. Why should we shy away from talking about it? Because it is us. It is really for the good of country and it is for the good of our people. Thank you so much, Yakani and the rest. I just wanted to recognize the presence of the representative of the office of His Excellency the President, who was invited, but I think the information comes that so the press secretary who was supposed to participate with us did not find good time to be part of the meeting. But in our arrangement, the office of His Excellency the President representative has been extended some invitation to share with us. And that is good about us. The media authority, Mr. Ler, so you did it the wider range. So when we talk about inclusive election, so everybody must be invited. So I believe when we started from the office of president, means we are onboarding everybody on the discussion, so that you can have that kind of knowledge. So representatives of the political parties, which I think we have Honorable Call is here. He has just spoken recently, and he will still speak. More what we want him to share us. So representatives of the National Electoral Commission also here with us. I recognize your presence. And then Honorable Oliver, the chairperson of the Specialized Committee on ICT and PS, is here. Is going to precise shortly the validation thing because I'll be shortly going somewhere. I'm not running away from the election. That's really what I'm about. We really have to be part of the discussion so that we know the area where we go wrong and right as well. Okay? I wish all the ministers and the rest of the government officials, wherever such opportunity comes, so they should attend it and really participate, so that we can prepare ourselves for us to do the credible and free, fair elections. And then the government institution presence, we want to recognize, please, your presence. Thank you so much for coming. And then the representative of the law enforcement agencies, so you've been invited. If you are there, please, we really recognize your presence as well. And then our colleagues, the friends, the media partners, who I believe to be a great part of our cities, because when it comes to such opportunities, yesterday I think you read the same function, in such functions, that continues up to today, about the World Bank, the World Media, whatever that. Yes, I hope you guys spoke also, you celebrated that kind of opportunity. And I think it is continuation of that one. You will still have some time to talk much about what you intended to do. But really I wanted to say something here. You see, South Sudan, of course, already born and has taken some time. But you see, like what I've just said briefly about U.S. election. So U.S. election is one of the oldest countries in the world that believes to be a little bit well organized constitutionally and in all the government systems. But see, they still have problems in election up to now. So they still have election up to now. Our neighboring countries, so and across, they still have something to do about election when it comes to election time. So the countries that took more than 100 years in the system, the countries that took more than 60 years and above in the country, if they still have problems in the election, what do you think of us, the South Sudan, who have just joined the rest? It will take some time, for us to catch up with the rest. So what is needed of us is, so we need to be more patient. It doesn't mean we keep quiet. We can talk. But we cannot really equalize ourselves with those developed countries that have already, come up at least with some of the systems that could be followed, whether constitution and laws. So colleagues, you see this, the Kenyan says, you see, that's what they say. If we are so speedy, we may overturn the car. So what is important is, let us handle it professionally, slowly. I'm sure we will do it the rest. Let me finally also recognize your present, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this crucial stakeholders validation workshop on the media communication strategy for the upcoming general election in South Sudan. So the forthcoming general elections represent pivotal moments in nation's journey towards consolidating peace, democracy, stability. As we navigate this crucial phase, it is imperative that we establish a robust and inclusive media communication strategy that fosters transparency, promotes civic engagement, and empowers our citizens to make informed choices. Today, we gather under the themes unpacking the elections media communication matrix, a theme that resonates deeply with the core objectives of these workshops. We are here to collectively examine the refined and validated strategies that will serve as bedrocks for the transparent, inclusive, and credible electoral communication. So the significance of the effective media communication during the elections cannot be overstated. It is the lifeblood of democracy, ensuring that citizens are well informed, engaged, and empowered to make informed choices. In South Sudan, as we navigate this pivotal moment in our country's history, a robust and well-articulated media strategy is not merely desirable, it is essential. The Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology, and Postal Services recognizes the indispensable roles of the media in shaping the public discourse and facilitating democratic participation. A well-informed citizenry so is the cornerstone of a vibrant democracy. Therefore, our strategy must prioritize the dissemination of the accurate, balanced, and timely information to all stakeholders, including political parties, civil society, organizations, and the general public. This strategy, which we will be reviewing and validating today, is designed to promote transparency and accountability, ensuring that all the electoral processes are open and accessible to public. Facilitate inclusive participation by reaching all segments of our society, including the far remote community, through the diverse media platforms. Combat disinformation, misinformation by safeguarding the integrity of the electoral processes by providing accurate and timely information. Foster a peaceful and conducive environment by encouraging responsible reporting and promoting dialogues among all the stakeholders. We recognize that the successful implementation of this strategy requires collective effort. We are grateful for the presence of our esteemed developmental partners whose expertise and support are invaluable. Your contributions have been instrumental in our journey thus far, and we look forward to your continued partnership. I want to emphasize that while we have crafted comprehensive strategy, it is a success hinges on adequate findings and resources. Therefore, I implore our developmental partners to consider the critical importance of these initiatives and to commit to supporting its implementation. Investing in this media strategy is an investment in the Democratic Republic of South Sudan. The Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology and Postal Service is committed to ensuring that this strategy is not just a document, but a living, breathing framework that guides our actions. We dedicated to working closely with all stakeholders, including the media, civil society, organizations, electoral body, to ensure its effective implementation. Today, we are here to listen, to learn, and to collaborate. Your insights and feedbacks are crucial to refining this strategy, ensuring that its relevance and effectiveness are in place. Let us engage in open and constructive dialogue, ensuring that the media communication matrix we unpack today will pave the way for free, fair, and credible election. Though in the graphs, we noted that there is no really genuine, free, and credible election, but let us try to be there as well.